How are you? I am pretty good, as you might imagine. So, I made it. I did it. I'm under 300 pounds for the first time since, I don't know, late 2006, early 2007. I'm not really sure when I crossed over the 300 mark. I've still got a long way to go, but I'm happy to be back in the 200s. The 300s, you know, there's plenty. It's not unusual to be in the 200s. Once you're in the 300s, you're kind of in freaky territory. You know, the people that you see on that are extremely fat and basically disabled as a result. You know, it all started from crossing that 300-pound barrier. I'm never going to go back there. You can bet against me if you like. Sure, but you're not going to win. So yeah, the 300s. Well, I never thought I'd be one of those people. But you know, it happened over a period of years. It happened while I wasn't paying attention. It happened very slowly. And it happened while I was not ignorant of the science of fat accumulation, but I thought that, you know, low carb was too harsh, you know, cutting out all these different kinds of foods that I liked. I knew that I wouldn't be able to sustain that. I didn't realize, though, that if your expectations are lower, if your expectations are moderate, and you're prepared to give it the time, all you need to do is dial it down a little bit, you know, and make small choices. And it's easy. It's so easy, and it's self-reinforcing. You feel awesome. You're never hungry, ever. In fact, if I'm hungry, you know, I get scared because I think, well, if I'm hungry, that means my metabolism is slowing down. And I never want it to slow down. I wanted to keep it at a steady rate, and it's going really well. You know, so far, 4 months and some into it. We'll see about the future, but so far so good. Yeah, so I don't, you know, right now I feel good about it, but I don't feel like, once I get down to 270, 280, which is where I've spent most of my adult life, you know, every pound after that will feel like a success. Right now, every pound feels like, you know, that feeling you get when you're cleaning up after a party. You know, you have to do it, but there's not, you know, not that much joy in it. A little tinge of regret, maybe. But whatever. I'm back in the 200s now, and all is good. So, what do I get satisfaction out of if I'm not getting satisfaction out of every pound getting lost? Well, I get satisfaction out of the changes that I'm making in my life, and how good it's making me feel. And that brings me back to change number 5 with the strength training. So I was happy with the 6 exercises that I was doing at the beginning of my change, except for the exception of one, which was the one-arm row. Ideally, I want to be able to work both sides of my body to save time and energy, but I don't have the hip flexibility or the lower back strength, and my gut is too big to really do a bent-over row with both my arms with proper form at this point. Maybe later. But anyway, so I started looking at cable attachments and that sort of thing, and my birthday was coming up. My birthday was on March 28th, and Brian bought me a new bench, and I made a little video of that earlier, and I'll show you that now. So this is my new bench. The brand is Northern Lights. It's manufactured in Cornwall, Ontario, which is important to me. It's good quality, manufactured in North America, not a Walmart piece of shit. So yeah, that's the lat pull down, and of course this, you can switch this over to here and attach that stuff down there for the low rows. And this flips up to 30, 45, 60, and 90. And this, you can set it so that it's sitting up like that, so then when you've got that at like a 60, you can do your shoulder presses without falling off the seat, and that's it. Yeah, and every time I said like 60, I meant like 75. So I don't do my shoulder presses way, you know, it's actually, speaking of shoulder presses, way easier when you're sitting with something against your back, because you got something to sort of push against, than if you're sitting, you know, without something against your back, then and just trying to stabilize your core. You don't get the strength. You can't throw all of your energy into your shoulders. So I'm finding that my shoulder presses are going a lot better. Anyway, I brought in, as soon as I got that, I brought in the lat pull down and the low cable row. And to balance out the addition of a new pull exercise, I started doing the flat bench. I talked about in 2 videos ago why I wasn't doing the flat bench, and that was because of the moob situation. You know what? Getting stronger is just too empowering. That working your muscles is too energizing, and I'll wear shapewear if I have to. Besides, the moves, I'm hoping, are a temporary thing. I'm hoping that within a few years they'll be gone, or at least not really noticeable underneath the pecs, hopefully. And so anyway, yeah, so anyway, I'm adding my lifting stats to the end of my videos. Yeah, I know it's not that interesting looking at a list of stats. I'm doing that more for my own benefit, because I keep track of those stats anyway, but I want to be able to see them in the context of these videos, because I want to be able to see, what did I look like at a particular, at the time that, I was doing X, or, what was I doing while, I was, I just want to see it in the context of my life. And so, yeah, I'm going to be off for a week and a half, because there's a bunch of people coming to visit and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you all have a great week and a half, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye. One more thing. You may also notice that there's squats, stiff-legged deadlifts, and sit-ups in my workout routine now. I'll talk about those in part 4. Yes, I know there's yet another part. It's a never-ending series. Anyway, I'll talk about those in the next video. Okay, have a good night. Bye.